The VGRT Gaming Podcast, episode 764, recorded on September 30th, 2025.
Hello, and welcome to the 764. Hello, and welcome to the 764th edition of the TD Gaming Podcast and 597th episode of Video Game Roundtable. I'm TJ Denzer.
I am Scott Dirk.
And I am Jonah Falcon.
The VGRT Gaming Podcast focuses on game news from around the industry.
So, we're going to talk about what we've been playing. I will say right now, today I played Borderlands 4. And it fucking sucks.
So I've heard.
Dreadful.
I've not been interested in that series or played any of it. I think that's an action game, right?
It's a shooter.
Yeah.
Aside from the usual Borderlands story, put that in big quotes there, which tries to be marvelish, but I did not know this when I installed it and ran it, but I was looking at it when looking back on it, and my God, it is such a mess technologically. It stutters beyond belief, and I don't have a bad rig. And it stutters on console, so it can't be the rig that you're playing it on, because technically consoles are all the same rig.
This is true.
And this is the game that Randy Pitchford said that people should be paying him to play.
Yeah, he had a whole you need to get a good computer to play this game, but apparently you can't even play it right on the console.
You need to get it, yeah. Here's the thing. When the gameplay is meh, stuttering just makes it worse. It's sort of like you're playing a bad game and the bad game isn't working right. It's like a double whammy. It's like, why am I playing this? So after I recorded my 60 minutes, I uninstalled it as fast as I could. 110 gigabytes that I don't need on my PC at all.
Wow.
It is dreadful. So I also have been playing Starfield again. And I'm trying different routes, which is actually, I'm getting new achievements because of it. And as you can see, when you go onto a planet and you just explore, that is the highlight of the game. Just like, it's like it takes real weather conditions and real everything. And it's like early in the morning, you have the fog on the ground, you're up on a mountain, and it's sort of like breathtaking. And I checked, and people are still playing. And that's basically what people are doing with Starfield now. They're posting screenshots and making ASMR videos of people wandering around the landscape. So, I mean, that's why it won the technical awards, because it is such an amazing technical engine. I just wish they had been a little bit more original about how you play the game, because it's like every Elder Scrolls game, basically. You start in a place, something happens, you go back, and then you join whatever. I would have liked it if the game began by you being stranded on a planet. I know it's a little bit too much like No Man's Sky, but...
I was going to say Subnautica. We're stranded on that one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. With this game, its strength is the planets. You should be exploiting that strength. So and part of it is getting back to Earth before you can do the entire story. So, I have also been addicted to Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I found that the longer you play, the better it gets. And I'm wondering, TJ, have you played it yet?
Which one is it?
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
No, I haven't had a chance to sit down to that. I've seen it.
It's cured me of Vampire Survivors. Now I just want to play Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
I love Deep Rock Galactic. I don't want to play a Vampire Survivors version of it.
Oh, no. Trust me. Once you play it for a few hours, you can't stop.
Well, I know how addictive Vampire Survivor is, so I'm sure it would be fun. It's just that I don't know. I like the delving in Deep Rock Galactic, where everything, you go so deep into the place and then try to escape with your life at the end of it. And I'm sure that Survivor is pretty fun, but it's just not a style of that particular thing that I want to jump into. And I will point out that it's because those games are super addictive and they take up a lot of time. Like, at least in Vampire Survivors, every match that you do is like 30 minutes or so, and that doesn't seem like much at first.
Some of them are run into an hour depending on the kind of mission you do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, to get to the end game of most of the levels, you have to get to 30 minutes. And so that doesn't sound like much at first, but when you do that over and over again because you lose and don't make it to the 30 minutes, it adds up, and you can eat up a whole day really quickly.
So Deep Rock Galactic Survivor takes the rock breaking of the original game and it weaponizes it so that when things get hairy, and the hairy the deeper you go, you can just decide, I'm going to cut through the wall to get away from them, you know. And it has the perfect feedback, you know. It nailed the Diablo feedback, you know, progression. I'm going to tell you one thing, like I said, it's got its claws into me. Not to mention, there are 200 achievements of a 2,000 gamer score. So I know I'm always unlocking something, even if it's just 5 points. You know, oh, you maxed out on this weapon, unlock. You know, that sort of thing. So yeah, it is a winner. And here's the thing: a lot of people who were playing in early access says, I have 400 hours in this thing already before it was even launched. So that should give you a clue of how good it is. I've also dipped my toe into Endless Legend 2. It's in early access, and you know, not enough to get an impression yet. So the more I play, the more I will let you know.
Which faction did you check out?
I think I chose the humans.
Oh, okay.
The other thing is, actually, I played the tutorial first. So you have that little story in the tutorial. I also have access to Visions of Mana. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it anytime soon. I know Scott is the expert on Mana.
Oh yeah, the whole Mana series is really great. I haven't played Vision. I played the demo, but I haven't gotten the game yet. So that's definitely on my wish list.
Yeah, there's been a lot of JRPGs coming out, and Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven is now out on consoles too. We're going to be talking about TGS later. But
yeah, speaking of JRPGs that came out, I've been playing Sky.
I know you've been playing. We'll discuss it because I can see what you're playing. You're playing Trails of the Sky Episode 1. I saw it.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that, enjoying it in the new 3D, remade world, and using the combat system from Daybreak really gives it like a different feel. But it's, like story-wise, everything is pretty much the same, 1-to-1. You do cooking minigame. I think that's about the only real minigame in there. There's no fishing, or not like in the later series. But the action is a lot of fun, and playing it that way, and then revisiting the story. I've been really enjoying that, and the music is just as memorable as always. It always triggers those memories.
How about you, TJ? What have you been playing?
It's hard to talk about that without talking about TGS. So, do you want to jump into TGS or hold on?
We'll include it when we talk about TGS then. So, moving on to the quick news. Epic pulls controversial Peacemaker dance emote, and they didn't know that when they put it out that he was making a Nazi swastika in that dance.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
It's my understanding that there's something in the context of the show that, like, it wasn't
He's
an
alternate. No, he's the Peacemaker. There is an alternate reality guy who joined the Nazis, which is why he's doing that.
Oh, So the Nazi one is doing this dance. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's what they assumed was going to happen to Captain America. That it was an alternate reality version.
Oh, jeez, what a mess! What a dumb thing.
And Epic says, "Oh boy, got to get this out of here."
Sigh. Multiverse is kind of screwing us, isn't it? That is a really
Wait,
dumb
multiverses? Don't you mean Fortnite?
I guess
it was a dex emote for Fortnite.
I know, but DC and everybody's doing a multiverse now, and so James Gunn throwing his multiverse together with the. I guess they should have checked into the show a little bit more.
No, but that's the thing. They didn't know, and the thing is, the show didn't reveal this until now. And after they said, "Oh, wait a minute," so the show didn't tell them what was going to happen.
That's the thing that you should probably talk about in pitch meetings and business calls. Like, come on now. Nobody on James Gunn's side knew that was coming and couldn't have sat down and said, "Oh, by the way, the character that does that is kind of Nazi-ish." And
when he's doing it, what's it called? Then you can see it once you know it, you know. Then you see, oh, he's doing this.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I was confused about how this happened. That makes a lot more sense. But, like, what a dumb way to have, like, content put in and then pulled out. I think they probably need to look into their content they're pulling when they do that instead of just throwing anything in willy-nilly. Because it is a thing where, like, Fortnite is throwing everything at the wall when it comes to character skins.
Well, at least when they put the Dougie, it wasn't a secret gang signal or something.
Yeah.
Or, anyways. Minecraft enters the Copper Age on today, actually, on September 30th. Scott, did you get any copper robots?
Oh, yeah. I've been wanting to get the Copper Golem into the game, and now
there's two of them. There's the Copper Golem, and there's the Copper Golem statue.
Right. It's the same statue. It just ages more and then freezes up as it gets more of that aging green on it, and then it can't move. And then you just use the axe to scrape off the wax and reactivate it. It can also do chest sorting with the copper chest. And they also have the Green Lantern now. So you can have green light, or at least the lantern is green at any rate, and green torches. And there's all those copper tools and copper armor. So they really went all out with a Copper Age, which is really great to make copper even more useful for the game.
So we're going to move on to game. Actually, no, we're going to talk about TGS now. So we're going to talk about TGS. TJ, what have you been playing?
A lot. I guess I'll start with.
Well, you know what? Actually, let's talk about TGS, and you can jump in, right? The biggest news, though, was actually a Western game coming out of TGS, and that was Microsoft revealing Forza Horizon 6.
Yes. Conveniently enough and perfectly enough, going to be stationed in Japan this time.
Yeah, it was England in 4, Mexico in 5, now Japan in 6.
Mm-hmm. And so TGS was a good place to show that off. I didn't get to play that one, but it did. I like Forza Horizon. I like it more than I like playing regular for Forza, because regular Forza is super technical. And
it's a racing game. It's Gran Turismo.
Forza Horizon is a little bit more easygoing, and I like that about it.
Burnout Paradise, basically.
Uh-huh. I like traveling around that world and just doing crazy stuff.
By the way, you know what the number one game of 2024 was on PlayStation?
What's that?
Forza Horizon 5.
Nice.
So they announced the launch date for Forza Horizon 6 is going to be in 2026. And they said, and at some point later, it's going to be on PlayStation 5, which will probably be a year afterwards.
Yeah. I guess I could just tell you, like, out of everything I played Koei Tecmo's
of course you did.
Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and Ninja Gaiden 4 and Neo 3.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 is a collaboration between Team Ninja and Platinum.
Yeah, and it shows too. Like, that was a really intense demo. I got to try the new character. He's a Ryu Hayabusa is the Dragon Clan. This new guy is part of a Crow clan that assists the Dragon Clan.
Let me ask you a question. Does he do sort of like Witch Time, like Bayonetta?
He has a little bit different of a thing. He uses blood to create weapons, and those weapons can break enemy stances if they use a certain type of attack.
So more Dante than Bayonetta.
Yeah, the idea is that you want to do like short little damage, like death by a million cuts, while you're waiting for that to happen, and then when you see them line up the big attack that would break you, you bust out those blood weapons and break their stance, and then you go wild on them. Still very hard. Still, like I ran into the boss in the demo and I got washed like probably 3 or 4 times before I figured out the proper offense and defense mechanism to it. But when it worked, it was so stylish and so slick. It is very much
it's platinum.
It's platinum and Koei. Like that.
I'm just saying, Koei Tecmo. I'm saying Team Ninja owns a license and a lot of the character design. But Platinum games have a certain kind of play. If you play Bayonetta or you play with Dante, Devil May Cry, you probably see that in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah, I know, but it's also like that Team Ninja DNA is very, very much there. Like it feels good in both ways. It feels good from the slickness and smoothness of Platinum's action gameplay. It also feels great from the conception of Team Ninja's like ideas being, because it is like still like you got your shurikens, you've got your light attacks, you've got your heavy system, and you've got just super, super quick movement. And I'm not saying that isn't a Platinum thing, but I am saying that like the way that Platinum is handling Team Ninja's ideas still feels like that Team Ninja DNA is there.
By the way, the new protagonist is Yakumo.
Mm-hmm.
And his sword is the Takanaminanaka.
Yes. They actually had a real life
real version, yeah. Yuya Yakinishi actually made a real life version of the sword.
Yep. Neo 3 was also pretty dope. I got to fiddle a little bit with it. It's harder than Ninja Gaiden. Like I could not get through that demo. I couldn't beat the boss in it. It kicked my ass. It beat me down and made me feel like I'm going to have to learn more about that game before I come back to it, because the stance switching, the different weapons, the spirits, Neo 3 has really, really developed complexity over the years, and I am rusty. I've played through Neo 1 and 2, but I am rusty as hell since I've played them, and I could not get I could not break the rust off before I got to the boss.
Do you still have the same level of environmental interaction in Neo 3? Because that was the big thing about Neo 3, was that you had to interact with the environment a lot more than Dark Souls.
Yeah, considering your arena is very, very important. Like you can put like objects in the environment between you and your enemies. You can knock enemies off of elevated environments. You can knock them into walls and combo them further. It's very, very good what they've done with that series over the course of 3 games. I'm excited to jump more into the third one after, and like based on what I've seen, it's going to be a tough one to beat.
Did you see any of the new Ghost of Yotei?
I did. I also got to play a little bit of it. The standoff system that they have in that game. First off, it's as beautiful as the first one and then some. I really one mechanic that I got to see during the demo that I actually didn't know about is that the character sort of relives their adulthood and childhood, where you'll use different moments to like shift between the two. Like you can like press a button and shift back to a childhood state where she explores an environment when she was a kid, and it opens up hints and opens up opportunities and quests and other things that like reveal the story or tell you where to go next. And I thought that was neat because it literally just wipes over the world when you activate it, and like characters that weren't there, like spirits or memories of characters she knew are there, and you interact with them. And outside of that, it was very similar to what I played in Ghost of Tsushima, where I rode through a field, I met some people, talked to them for a bit, learned some stuff, and then I went and fought some bandits at a bar, did a standoff with one and murdered him instantly, and then worked on the rest. And you can't just mash in this game. You have to, there's a lot of enemies that have attacks that will just blow through your offense. So you have to time yourself right. You have to wait for them and work around them. And I enjoyed what I played. It was a short time, but it was a good one.
How about Fatal Frame 2 remake?
I didn't get a chance to see that one. I really wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to sit down to that one.
Yeah. So one of the news coming out of Tokyo also is that Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD, 2D HD remake is that they're adding a new level.
Yeah, they added the Princess of Cannock, I think it was called.
It's an underwater town. You get to meet a mermaid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of content seeming to be added, which is good. I like that, and it looks like I feel like the Dragon Quest 1. Yeah, you get more enemies in the battles, and so you'll be like soloing everything in that because you're just one character, you're Erdrick, so you have to go through that whole thing by yourself. Feels like it'll be quite the challenge, and then the second game you'll have 4 characters.
I have a question. Scott, have you been following Dragon Quest VII, the remake?
Yes, I saw that, and they used apparently dolls and translated it into 3D, which looked really interesting to me. I know people are like saying American Freedom Force puppets, but I think it looks better than that. They've changed some of the content too.
Yeah, that was what I was actually going to ask you about, because the news I heard this weekend while I was in Japan, mind you, context here. Dragon Quest VII is very bloated. There's a lot you have to do in that game, and you have to travel around to like 100 hours, from what I understand, worth of islands to get what you need for the end game. And my understanding is that they're like making half of those islands mandatory, or just outright cutting them.
I heard that 3 were cut. There was a monster island, then a immigrant island. I'm not really sure what was that about. Oh, like I guess you had a town and now you don't.
And then they're going to be DLC a couple of months from now.
Well, they haven't done that so far, but we'll see.
I wouldn't put them beyond them. Yeah.
They haven't done it so far, so there's no history of it. So I don't know.
I give no one the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry.
Their effort was. It more sounds like, Jonah, like they're trying to cut bloat from the game, but they're just outright cutting it. They're not making it optional. Which
bloat is all a part of it.
I think a lot of people would like to see that stuff just be made optional instead of outright pulling it from the game.
Yeah, there's other changes they've made. Like you could change your class at any point in the field, so you don't have to go back to town to do it. And I think that does help. It's like Octopath, where you could change your class at any time. You don't have to go talk to somebody in a special town just to change your class. So that would cut down on time, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I don't know. The problem is, when I played it, I had the PS1 disc, and something was wrong with my disc, and I couldn't get past one of the battles. It would always freeze at this battle just all the time. So I didn't get very far into it, but I have heard a lot about how long this game was. It was the longest Dragon's Quest game, and I always take my time with these games anyway, so I don't know if it was really that critical. These islands have been taken out or not. I don't know. And if they make it DLC, that does seem pretty cheap. But I don't know if that's what they're doing. They did say they added other content though that has not been revealed. So we don't have the full picture yet.
Yeah,
what they've done.
It'll be interesting to see how it turns out, because I know a lot of people were upset to hear that they're just outright cutting things from it, even if it is bloated. Like, I don't want to play an 100-hour remake, but I would like to see what it's about, just because it's a Dragon Quest game.
Yeah. You want the story to be intact, at least.
Yeah.
So they also showed the new 007 game, 007 First Light, and the one thing that struck me is that it looks like an original Bond. It doesn't look like any Bond, and also he's young.
Yes. One of the things I saw while I was over there was actually a presentation in which the actors were there, and I saw the same trailer that they showed at TGS, but
yeah, with Gemma Chen. The big reveal is that Gemma Chen was going to be the new Q.
Yeah, but I'm slightly worried about the game. I like the sandbox elements that we saw. I like the gadgets and the adaptable combat where you can just like use any part of the environment. I'm a little concerned about the set piece elements and how much of the game they'll take up because those look a little close to Uncharted, and I don't want to play an Uncharted game by IO Interactive.
Here's the thing about Bond. He doesn't do that much gunplay. And what might have been a better route was to do it what Machine Games did with Indiana Jones. Because Indiana Jones doesn't use his gun a lot. As a matter of fact, if you use a gun, it means you failed. But it feels like playing an Indiana Jones game. If they did the same thing with Bond, because a lot of Bond films are him finding clues, getting in and out of death traps. He seldom ever takes a machine gun like, brrrah. He does very briefly in a Bond movie, but never as a core part of the game.
Yeah, and
movie, I mean, whatever.
And I guess I just kind of want that. I want it like to
Bond.
I want it to feel more like Hitman, but with a Bond skin. But I know there's going to be action because Bond action is part of Bond. I just don't want.
Yeah, but what Bond action though usually means he's riding a skateboard or he's doing something weird with a parachute, or he's doing some innovative way to escape. Yeah. Bond seldom ever grabs a gun and starts shooting like a first-person shooter,
Right. Which, yeah. So I'm gonna have to see. I want to see more.
Actually, usually he's the one who's being targeted by a lot of machine guns.
Because the balance of action versus sandbox in that game is going to be a very big deal for a lot of people, myself included.
What do you think about the new Double Dragon Revive?
They've been developing that one for a while. I actually played it at
TGS 2024.
Tokyo. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for it to come out because they just keep showing new stuff and not putting it out. It's one of the biggest things to come out of Arc System Works this year for Tokyo Game Show is that they had Spider-Man and Ghost Rider playable for Marvel Tokon, which I got to sit down to that, and I was delighted. Ghost Rider is freaking awesome in that game. They're going with the one that comes after the normal one. He's got a hot rod. God, what is his name? Let me pull it up really quick. Robbie Reyes. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. He's in Midnight Suns too. But they brought Robbie Reyes in for the Marvel Tokon. His gimmick is that he has a vengeance meter, and if you keep doing special moves with him, the vengeance meter rises and his special moves power up and do more damage.
Wait a minute. That's the same mechanic in Marvel vs. Capcom, isn't it?
Ghost Rider hasn't been in Marvel vs. Capcom.
No, I mean, but the mechanic. Or am I thinking of Injustice 2?
I don't know. This one is where he keeps using it and it builds up his gauge, and if you go too far and keep using special moves too much, he'll burn out and he'll be in a weakened state for a bit. But if you can keep it within like a frame near the top,
I got confused. I thought if you made special moves against him, his vengeance meter would rise and then he would explode against you.
No. He builds vengeance meter by using his special moves. And the more he uses them, the stronger they become. So you can go like wild for a bit, but if you go too far, you'll burn him out and you'll make him weaker. So you got to kind of balance it. And the only way to balance it is by doing normal attacks or his super moves to like lower it down. He has a sick super move where he just like punts him away and then pulls out his and then calls out his hot rod, jumps in, and runs them over.
Well, that's what he does in Midnight Suns. That's his big move in Midnight Suns.
It looks slick as hell when Arc System Works does it in their animation. I love Midnight Suns. Don't get me wrong. I love Midnight Suns. But man, playing Ghost Rider and Tokon made him. He's probably going to be on my main team when I play that game.
Any looking forward to Monster Hunter Stories 3?
I played a bunch of Capcom things at TGS. Monster Hunter Stories 3 was among them. I think that game is, well, it's the only game where you're going to play a Monster Hunters, all the monsters for one. Very rock paper scissors, very flat of them. I'm okay with it. I like regular Monster Hunter more than I like the stories, but it's an okay RPG. One of the most interesting things to come out of Capcom, I actually got to sit down and play Resident Evil 9 on a Nintendo Switch 2 in handheld mode. And it played well. It played exactly how I would have wanted it to play, short of the fact that their hair physics are a little less high quality than in Xbox, PC, and PS5 versions. But outside of that, it was like running smooth. There was no glitches. The monster was terrifying in that game when it showed up. And I was shocked. And so are a lot of other people because it's probably one of our most watched videos from last week.
Then you have the adorable Winter Burrow, which finally got a release date.
Winter Burrow. I don't know that one.
That's the cell shaded mouse survival game.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's kind of like Don't Starve, isn't it?
It's more story oriented than that. It's basically a fairy tale, and it's narrated, and you play a mouse, and you do have to what's it called? You do have to do things like cook stew, knit sweaters, go out into the forest and get stuff. There are giant insects that might kill you. Mm-hmm. And it has co-op mode. If you do a Google search for Winter Burrow, you'll see the game. Say, oh, that game.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. You also have another cozy game, Star Sand Island, too.
I played a couple cozy things while I was out there, but they weren't like huge games. One of them was a Party Playtime, which was a Mario Party clone, but they mix like the stuff that you get from the mini games you can take back to a farm town and build it up over time. I thought it was a nice idea. They also made their tools available so people can make mini games in their system. So that's going to be one that's interesting to watch.
What else was the big announcement there? I know there was something else. Onimusha Way of the Sword is coming out multi-platform.
Mm-hmm. Didn't get a chance to try that one. I saw it out there, but I wasn't able to sit down and play it. I think I finally got a chance to also check out a little. Sorry, there was one that I was trying to think of. That
Threads of Time. You kept on talking about it in chat.
Threads of Time?
Yes. They got a trailer in Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, you said you were really excited about it.
Who was excited about this one? I don't think I said anything about this one.
Threads of Time. It's an homage to Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's basically a successor to Chrono Trigger. It has, you got the time travel, you have the turn-based combat, pixel art, the HD 2D looking style, and you have the different time eras. You have the BC era, which has the dinosaurs, and the housing there looked really interesting. It looked like it was Viking level, or maybe like Dinotopia or something like that. But this new trailer looks like they showed combat this time, and you can see they have combo attacks, and they have what looks like a time bar at the bottom where you use the commands, and it puts your character on the time point. That way, it tries to get to the left to do its action, but then whatever action you add to it, it takes up time. I guess we'll have to see how that plays out.
It's an Xbox exclusive, but it's also coming to Steam too.
It's not exclusive. It's just only been announced for Xbox and Steam.
Limited time exclusive. Then.
They're working on getting it on Switch and PlayStation, but it isn't official yet. So there's a difference there from being like.
But it makes me, it encourages me about this. You know who's publishing it?
Humble Bundle, yeah.
Yeah. So Humble Bundle curates really, really well. They know how to curate their games.
They do seem to be doing that to get it into shows, and I mean, it's a good idea to wishlist it so it gets more visibility. And the team has been working hard on this. It seems like.
What's interesting is they did not show it off at the show, though. They only released the trailer.
Yeah.
This definitely has Scott written all over it.
Yeah.
I hadn't really known about this.
Yeah, as soon as he's finished with Sea of Stars, he's going to do this.
Oh, I finished Sea of Stars. That's been done. Come on.
This one looks like it. I'm looking at the battles, and they remind me so much of Saga Frontier. But
yeah,
it's an homage to Chrono Trigger.
I didn't get a chance to see much of this one out there. I played the heck out of what Devolver had while I was there, which they were showing off Skate Story and Ball Pit. Ball Pit is freaking awesome. Ball Pit is a scrolling shoot 'em up.
It's actually
Arkanoid breakout medieval roguelike.
Nice.
It is all those things in one piece, and it comes together so well. You get to pick a little class, be it a ranger or a knight, and they all have little different things about their Arkanoid ball. And then you just shoot it up the lane and try to get rid of all the monsters that are stationed in your way, which are basically like built like bricks. And you get all sorts of different power-ups that help you out, such as you can do like fire, which will do damage over time to enemies when they get hit by the ball. You can set it up so that when the ball hits them, it will split off into smaller balls and bounce in every direction.
Basically, someone said, I like Breakout, but I don't like using a paddle control.
Yeah, and you can move your character around like a shmup. So,
but here's the best part: there's a demo on Steam right now, and it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was maybe one of the funnest.
He went.
Idea what I was doing for a second, but when it clicked, it was so fun, and I didn't want to step away from it. Skate Story is kind of fun too. It's got like it does
have a bullet hell thing too.
Yeah, because some of the enemies will shoot back at you, and you got to dodge them as you're trying to shoot the ball back at them and break them down. And you can't really let them. The game scrolls upwards, so if you let them get close to you, they'll automatically damage you. So you've got to like keep this advancing wall of monsters from hitting the bottom of the screen. And it was just a blast. I love that game.
You can fuse your balls too.
The Skate Story is
wait. We haven't finished with Ball X Pit. You can also fuse your balls together. You can fuse your balls.
Oh yeah, that's roguelite elements with the power-ups where once you have two things that are compatible, you can fuse their effects into one thing. You can also level them up as you go if you keep collecting the same one over and over.
And also, I love the name of the world that you're living in, Balbalon.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a demo on Steam there, Scott, if you want to check it out.
Okay.
So the other one,
Skate Story. So this one's been in the works for a while. It's a skateboarding story-driven platformer, and you play as a demon that wants to eat the moon and gets a skateboard and gets a glass body to go ahead and do just that. So you the controls on that game. They've been paying close attention to Tony Hawk because it felt very much like that in its style of movement and control.
Oh, we should mention, by the way, this is a solo developer, Sam Eng.
Mm-hmm. and you just gotta skate your way through a whole bunch of different obstacles, enemies, all sorts of different things, and bust out tricks and not get hit, because you take on to make your way to the moon. You take on a glass body, and so obviously, if you run into anything too hard, you will explode into bits. And speed is a very big deal in that game. I loved what I played as far as just like the speed, the intensity of it, how it felt pretty smooth. It was a little bit hard to keep stable as far as staying on track and going in one direction. I felt like I had to correct a lot, but that might be something that they just need to fine tune. It was a demo.
It has no real release date. It has a 2025 release date, which always tells me it's probably not going to release this year.
Yeah, it's been in development for a while too. But like you said, it's just one person working on this whole thing.
But hey, you can quote unquote destroy vicious demons with your 360 flip, or at least depress them.
All to eat the moon.
Yeah. Oh, where were we going with this? Anyways, there was something else. Oh yeah, they also had the trailer for the zombies mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and I must admit, I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, the zombie mode. It's everything that I want from a Left 4 Dead game. Because they really, this time they're really pushing that Left 4 Dead feel. And, after Back 4 Blood, I would like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. That sounds fun. I haven't had a chance to play Call of Duty in a long time, and I really haven't wanted to, just because it doesn't do much.
I have no interest in playing the main thing. I'm just talking about the multiplayer zombies mode.
Mm-hmm.
One last one. Do you still play Hitman?
Yes, I saw that they're putting Bruce Lee in the game.
Right, for World of Assassination.
That's an odd one. I don't know how I feel about them putting dead people in their game for an elusive.
It's a 70s Bruce Lee, so
I know. It is cool, like the homage to it, and it sounds like his estate signed off on it, so that's good. But it's just such a strange thing, because usually the celebrity elusive targets are based off someone that's with us now and today. I was surprised to see that, to say the least.
So we're going to move on to the major news, and this one hit like a meteor yesterday. EA to be acquired by public investment fund Silver Lake and an Affinity partners for $55 billion. It's being entered an agreement to be acquired by a group of investors comprised of the Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners. It'll acquire 100% of the developer. It's not a developer, it's a publisher. With the PIF rolling its existing stake in the company. As part of the acquisition, EA stockholders will receive $210 per share in cash. And EA will be constituting equity investment of approximately $36 billion with $20 billion of debt. It's always fun to hear. $18 billion of which is expected to be funded at close. This is the largest all-cash sponsored takeout. So what happens is that EA is no longer going to be a public company. It's going to be a private company, which is good in theory, because now you don't have to worry about trying to increase your profits every single friggin' year. Hey, you did profit? Okay, make more money. A private company just needs to make a profit. It doesn't need to keep on raising its profit. The bad thing is that Saudi Arabia and Jared Kushner aren't exactly the most progressive people in the world.
No. And to add worse to that, to add worse news to that, it came out today that they want to prioritize AI in streamlining their content delivery.
Right. The other thing about it is going $20 billion in debt to eventually pay it off. Yeah, this can be people fired too. I mean, here's the thing: Microsoft when Microsoft acquired Activision, you knew people were going to get fired, because that always happens in a major merger. You have redundancies, and then they get fired. Here, They're just going to do it because they want to maximize profits, which is, the end of EA as we know it. So that's not a facetious prediction. That's a prediction. I can't see how this is ever going to go forward. I mean, how this is ever going to survive.
I don't know what to. I don't even know what's going to be left, even if they do it. Like, does this mean that we're about to get an era of EA that is literally just sports FC, more
Shooters.
Battlefield, and that's it?
No Mass Effect and no Dragon Age because there's too many gays in that.
AI-powered content for the rest of forever from EA.
Hey, look, you know what? They'll learn from Ubisoft. It's a trash fire. It's a trash fire, and it's destined to fail. Which is ironic because I just pre-ordered Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I can't wait for them to start selling off IPs, like what happened with who was it again? THQ. Remember THQ sold off all their IPs?
Actually, I wouldn't mind if EA sold off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. So who's going to buy Mass Effect? Microsoft maybe, because they friggin' funded the first one.
I kind of hope that they sell off BioWare as a whole without killing that stupid.
No. BioWare will be dissolved. Don't worry about that.
I don't want that.
It's fine.
No, it's not
the same. It's not the same BioWare. Just like it's not the same Bungie. It's not the same Atari.
Yeah.
It's just a name. It's just a logo now.
Yeah, the old BioWare is long gone.
Yeah, Zajic and I forgot the other guy's name. The two doctors are gone. David Gator is gone. Even Drew Karpshin is gone. So I wouldn't worry about that. All BioWare now is Anthem to me. Hey, but you know what? I loved Dragon Age and the Veilguard, so at least I got that out of it. But yeah, this is just major because it is also the biggest. See, this is what I hope would happen to some companies is that they go private. Because when you go private, you don't have to worry about fucking shareholders anymore.
Yeah.
But it's sold to the wrong people.
Yep.
I don't care. It's dead. Let it rest in peace. And I hope the right people get Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and maybe someone will learn how to make a good rock band again.
I mean, there's The Sims. I know that's still there, and I guess it'll be the same.
Oh yeah, it'll be all Sims all day. That'll be the only. It'll be Battlefield and The Sims. That's it. And Madden.
Wow.
Oh God, I wonder if the NFL is going to start reconsidering its deal with EA now. They might say, you know what? It's time we open it up to everybody. Hey, 2K, do you still want to make Madden? Make a football game?
It does make do they lean entirely into EA Sports FC and Madden gets just kind of.
I don't know.
And they also just started doing the NCAA games again.
Here's the thing. I don't think they're being bought by people who don't know anything about video games, which is always the bad news. It's always bad news when that happens,
Yeah. And it seems like it's going to be bad news here, too, based on the context.
I'm not. Like I said, EA is going to die a slow, painful death.
That's not a good thing, though.
No, but you know what? Here's the thing. They'll just it's like a band breaking up. You just reform in a new band later on. Moving on to the next item. Halo revealing more next projects at next. Halo Studios revealing more on next projects at next month's World Championship event, and this comes from Eurogamer. Halo Studios will be doing a deep dive presentation of the next projects at the Halo World Championship next month. It takes place from the 24th to 26th of October in Seattle. And it'll have a lot of panels, including one with Master Chief and Cortana, Steve Downs and Jen Taylor. Last year, developer 343 Industries announced it was rebranding as Halo Studios and working on multiple new games for the franchise. And it's going to be going into Unreal Engine 5. So much for the Slipstream engine. The last Halo game that was released was Halo Infinite in 2021. Wow, 4 years ago. Which moved to a semi-open world. While it was received positively, player numbers for its multiplayer mode have since plummeted. So what I see going on is that they're going to split the Halo games. There's going to be the Halo campaign, and there's going to be the Halo multiplayer, and the multiplayer will be multi-platform. Because that's basically the only way I see this happening, is that they just say, you know what? I'm going to move Halo over here, and Halo multiplayer over here. Have one team work on the story, have one team work on the multiplayer. Because remember, it wasn't, 10 years ago, Halo was the multiplayer game. That's not true anymore. Actually, I can go even further back. Maybe it's like 15 years ago. The last time Halo ruled the multiplayer was in 2010. And then Call of Duty and Battlefield took over.
Let me see. It's really kind of. Is it me? So, like, it's been quiet over there, hasn't it? It's been quiet, like very.
Yeah, they made their announcement last year, and now they're going to talk about it this year.
It doesn't feel like Halo is doing great these days.
It has a loyal fan base that's never going to go away. Just like World of Warcraft has its fan base, that's never going to go away. But they need to inject some new life, so it's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I think they're going to be announcing Halo single player, Halo multiplayer, separate items. And Halo multiplayer will definitely be a live service, multi-platform game. I mean, there's a reason why Helldivers 2 came to Xbox. That's sweet, sweet money.
Yeah.
That's why Gears of War came to PlayStation.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with this, because I don't want Halo to go away either. But
it's not going to go away. Halo's going nowhere.
That's my worry, is that it does seem to be going nowhere, Jonah.
Halo is the flagship. Whenever Xbox does something with their logo, Master Chief is there.
Yeah, I realize that, and I think that they'll continue to use him as a mascot forever. But
here's the thing.
I wish I was more excited about the franchise than I am right now.
What I would love is if Microsoft bought the rights to Mass Effect, so that their three pillars could be Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix, and Commander Shepard. That would be my dream.
That would be dope.
And then they did a multiplayer game together. Somehow they all got in the same room.
Let's see.
So, anyways, take a sneak peek here to see if anything. Uh-oh. Roblox's new sensitive issues label deemed a step backward for both creative expression and social justice by advocacy groups. What is going on? What? That is such a loaded statement. By the way, that reminds me. Did you see Silent Hill F's warning?
What about it?
It is dark. For those who don't know, Silent Hill F has a content warning both in the game and in advertisements. It goes like this. Silent Hill, this game contains depictions of gender discrimination, child abuse, bullying, drug-induced hallucinations, torture, and graphic violence. This game is set in Japan in the 1960s and contains depictions based on the customs and culture of that time. These depictions do not reflect the opinions or values of the developers or any individuals involved. If you feel uncomfortable at any point while playing, Please take a break from playing or speak to someone you trust.
That is fair. And now that I've heard that, I understand because
Have you played it?
No, but I know the writer.
The writer. Yeah, that's everybody was talking about this writer, and they're saying, yeah, that's basically his thing. Ryukishi 07.
Yes, they're the creator of several very, very intense works,
like When They Cry,
and Ume Nikki, which a lot of people recognize them from Ume Nikki, but they've dealt with very heady situations in their horror for a pretty long time, and it seems like this is just a high-powered canvas for them to be able to work on. So you're putting a pretty intense horror writer on a very high-power game.
To be fair, if you're going to have a writer like that, Silent Hill is going to be the writer you'd want, the game that you'd want him to do.
Sure. Like that, this is definitely the franchise that you'd want that level of kind of, I would say, for lack of better words, creep. It is very creepy. It is very upsetting. It's very disturbing, but it's also very real. And that's like one of the powers that they have in their writing that attracts a lot of people to their work. I've played Ume Nikki. It is very intense. I very much enjoyed it, but like you got to know that you're going into something that will make you upset, very upset. I'm excited to try the Silent Hill F. I have not.
Yeah, it's getting rave reviews at least.
I was concerned about the combat because she seems a little overpowered. But like everybody I've talked to is very much has said at least go in for the story. I have a problem with horror games where they give you too many resources and make you too strong, and then it's not scary. But if the writing is good enough to overcome that, then I'm interested to see.
Like I said, it goes back to the original Silent Hill, in which all the monsters were basically psychic projections of the main character. The nurses and Pyramid Head and all that stuff. That was representative of something. The monsters in Silent Hill F are representative of something.
Yes.
It's not. There are no nurses. There's no Pyramid Heads because that's not part of her mental trauma.
Yes. And I've also heard people say that the reason why she's so strong in the game is that is an extension of her like vision of this reality, where she sees herself as someone stronger than she is sometimes. And that I want to see for myself to decide if that's true, but that's what people have told me.
Also, I know from some Japanese friends that women in Japan in the 60s was extremely rough.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's gotten better, but it's still not perfect.
No, but in 60 it was really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably play it at some point, but not now. I have too much on my plate right now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to say I played MLB Show 25, and I can't believe how bad that got to.
That's a shame.
I don't know what these sports games. They're just collapsing. Even my go-to out of the park baseball has hit rock bottom, and Marcus Heinsohn left it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I like Over to the Park.
Out of the park. Yeah, it sucks now. So.
Shame.
Anyways, look for our show notes at gamingpodcast.net, along with industry news and our gaming history articles. If you enjoy FX, leave us comments on our blog at gamingpodcast.net. Also, set us up at facebook.com/gamingpodcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave some iTunes comments. You can find me on Blue Sky at Jonah Falcon.
You can find me at Johnny Chugs.
You can find me at Chart the Sage.
And we will see you next week.
Happy gaming, everyone.
Have fun. Be cool. Play games, y'all.
And the stream is ended.